actually faxed the other members has been disputed by several people, and Deal at the time was recording the Breeders' sophomore record Last Splash, which would be the group's biggest record. Following the Pixies breakup, Black Francis rebranded himself as Frank Black and released a number of solo albums with his backing
So
band,
yeah, Yes, Perry
Santiago stayed
Farrell
loyal to
of
Francis,
Jane's
playing
Addiction
guitar on several
did
of his
announce
albums.
Bin Laden's
Lovering, for his
death
part,
in the
initially
most
passed up
awesome
the
way
opportunity to play
possible.
drums in Foo Fighters and instead
Well,
became a
damn.
magician,
Yes.
creating his own style of magic called scientific phenomenalism. Deal, meanwhile, will continue
What?
with the Breeders while also
Scientific
forming the band The M's, who
phenomenalism?
put out a single record. In 2003,
I
Francis
might have
called
heard of
Santiago
that.
to see if he was interested in reforming the
during
Pixies.
beer,
By 2004, the band was back together doing a full-scale reunion tour. The same
Are
year
you
the
okay?
Last of album came out, and the band released a
Been
new
a
song,
long ass
Adam's
day,
Walk,
and honest to
which
God.
was written and sung by
No,
Deal.
I'm not
The
okay.
song was initially rejected for the Shrek 2
Yeah,
soundtrack.
certain news I
While many
found
fans
out is
thought we'd see
pissing
an
me
album
off
of
and
new
wanting the
material,
people
the band
above
continued
me
to tour for the
freaking
next 9 years or
gone.
so, really not putting
What
out any
is
new
it?
material.
Far away
In
from this
2009,
planet.
the band launched a tour to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the album Doolittle by
Hold
playing
up.
the album in its entirety in addition.
Okay, yeah, I might as well actually just freaking explain this thing in great detail because I just found this while guesting with Val and crap, and Chris was telling me this. Yeah, that dumbass, loud ass kid above me.
Yeah.
But guess what? Apparently, it's now my fault for keeping her up at night or something.
Oh
now,
my gosh.
Yeah, but it's
literally,
not your fault that you're streaming.
her
so
mother
it's not
told our
your fault.
landlord about this.
It's not your fault that you're not keeping the vocal, right?
Honestly, I wanted to just go up there and
Their
tell her,
fault.
guess what? Get her a damn ambient noise machine. She'll be knocked out in 2 seconds.
I've heard that works.
Sure.
Hell,
I was
get
going to sleep by it.
something else.
tablet,
Don't
and that
put
fucking
this
is
crap
like
on me, lady.
I'll just put a tablet down my throat and make him go to sleep for like God knows how long, like knock him out.
Jordan,
knock
that
him out.
ain't gonna help.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't wake up till
Well,
like
yeah.
5 times.
Case in point.
What's Chris's take on it?
Chris literally just told me to deal with
Like,
it.
yeah, that
because
does
literally-
tablet stuff. for, like,
Okay, well.
Okay, here's the thing. Our landlord is an ass.
Oh, okay. Tell me
I am
about
not
I want to
her.
play a video game.
her. Oh man.
All I know is her name's Kelly. Clearly, ever since our place got bought up by another properties, whatever, this whole complex has gone to crap. And I'm not even kidding when I'm saying there's a dude literally living in his car in our parking lot.
Is he homeless?
No, his apartment's just that hoarded, apparently.
Oh my god. Really? Okay, that's gonna be a health issue.
I don't know. He has a grill and crap on the parking lot island too, so I
Oh my god.
yes,
Oh,
this is where I
man.
live, people. But yeah, case in point, really. My other neighbors, they don't care of what the hell. They're used to it. Hell, Dave, both of my 2 best neighbors have known me since, God, I was in elementary school, whatever. They're used to this. The people above me, yeah, they've been here for about a year-ish.
Okay, so that's why.
And also, I ran into this kid's mother only once. But yeah. Case in point is, I now have to shove the drum streams back before 7:30. I am pissed about this. Because there are times I don't get home till about 7:30.
That's true.
There are times I don't have time beforehand. There are times I'm beat from my job.
Nice.
So that is stupid mother
That sounds beautiful.
woman. Literally.
That sounds like a beautiful thing, Mom.
Oh,
I bet that's a beautiful thing.
to be honest, this is hell. This is gonna be hell. If I can't do the one thing I do on here about 90% of the time,
I bet that's a beautiful thing.
I Yes, I know. I play bass, but honestly, I'm really shoddy at bass, and
Oh,
I'm
is it a
better
good
at
one?
drums.
Oh, it's just not a good thing. Just saying.
I mean, either or I'm at the look out into the damn parking lot every time if I want to play drums past 7:30.
Are you suggesting you'll have to drum outside?
Yes.
No, what I really kept telling my parents, I want a basement.
I can.
I don't care where. I don't care when. I don't care if it's hot as balls in that basement. Something that's
cold.
soundproof.
Usually basements are cooler.
Hot, cold, whatever. Either or, just freaking give me the space and literally, I've told people, I don't care if I gotta live in a basement. As long as it's soundproof, I will be fine.
I don't care. I love it. I don't care.
Hell, I don't even care if people call me a basement dweller. Hell, people call me a zombie and I don't give a fig.
I don't care.
Oh, I'm sure you know who, Genius, will call you that.
I guess why he lives in his freaking mom's basement himself, so he could suck her.
I don't really know. I don't know if his parents live with him or what. I mean,
No,
he
he
does
lives
have
with
his
his
own
parents.
house. It's just, I don't see a problem with having parents live with you. I really don't. But he just lives in a bubble. Apart from him. Let's forget about that guy.
Yeah, this is,
I don't give a shit.
not even gonna lie. This is why also in cases I was looking on realtor places for a space. I can't afford it worth for crap.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I'm not even kidding. I'm almost broke. I don't even have a proper job yet, and I don't drive. Honestly, I don't even care at this point. I gotta freaking build an underground bunker or something. And yes, people have done that in their backyards, including Colin Furs, who made one in his backyard. The man's a genius for that one. I'd take his space, for God's sake. I wouldn't mind being underground. I just need a TV window, you know? But yeah, pretty much that's half of the whole tobacco at the moment. So if I'm shoving back drum streams or doing them way less, it's because of that freaking woman. So yeah.
Women are like a piece of work when it comes to dating other things. Shit.
No, I swear to God. No joke. I ran into her once and she literally was like giving me the whole nice talk or whatever. And I just said, yeah, I play drums. So what?
Uh-oh.
Now she's giving me more of a reason to piss off her kid. But really, I know I'm not that evil. Yet. Oh, yeah. Anyway, on to this mic patent thing before I literally look like I want to give evil eyes to someone. I need a drink, too. So.
This was before everything started, I think. And I was like, why are they counting cash? Is that guy going to go to the strip club later?
Are you talking it off? Are you talking straight?
Well, I don't know.
They just make faces.
And they talk about the audience of guys that come to the shows, and I was
I wrote a
shocked.
bunch of music, and I thought about who I wanted to have play it, and I called them.
And instead you got
I
us.
also love the background noise and everything.
We were free.
That was it.
Those certain noises.
Simple as that. No major theories, groundbreakingnesses, or that's. Wrote a bunch of music.
Shut up, kid!
Hey, kid, shut the hell up!
Trying to do a fucking interview
Who
over
do you
here.
think you are?
Relax.
Stealing the thunder, as usual. Mr. Tech.
Oh, man.
On the, I guess the songwriting, how did that come?
That was actually
Or
funny.
Was it your actual music, or did everyone contribute?
Hey,
to it?
David.
Wrote it like in my basement, recorded it, sent these guys a tape. They
How-
laughed their asses off.
How did you
So
like?
we rewrote it.
Nowhere else, literally.
Again, it's kind of a B team mentality.
Yeah.
Well, the
Mike
other
actually
guy.
had them. People were talking.
It's a furry little thing. It's kind of
Mike didn't want some creep doing
turning
business
me
for him.
on. Having
As
that thing
far as
pointed at me.
the
It's
touring
fun.
goes, I've heard that you guys play like the album from beginning to end through.
Yes.
All live.
Except for 22. Yeah.
There's a couple of rare exceptions. A couple cover songs thrown in there, and that's the show.
Oh, bye, David.
Incredibly.
Like a
Rock, wet diaper.
into a mud puddle.
You have to understand, even at these underground shows, you still get a large percentage of tire iron wielding troglodytes. It's hard to get around it.
Very true. A lot of Neanderthals.
Unfortunately, we can't hand pick an audience. If we could, it would all be supermodel millionaires. Instead, we get metal guys, you know. And the other thing that really weirds me out about this whole band is we never get single women at the shows.
Ever.
It's always girls in tow or girls getting steered. It's weird. It weirds me out.
It's very weird.
Nobody told me about this.
Girls on leashes.
It's very strange.
Very, very
Women
strange.
must be simpletons. That's what it is. Women are simpletons.
Hey, man, you turned over a new leaf here.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
All right.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Well, I guess to an audience who's never heard you guys, how would you describe the music that you're playing then?
Not what they're expecting.
Yeah.
Watch out. Approach with caution. If you do that, you probably will like it. There's enough on there, even for a troglodyte, to grab onto.
Tire iron.
There's something, with a tire iron. So there's enough in there to please even the most discriminating troglodyte. But if that troglodyte is coming to hear Slayer or the Melvins or Mr. Bungle, he's going to leave a very unhappy troglodyte.
As long as he buys a shirt, who cares? You know?
What about the name too? I heard originally you had to change that to
PH?
Yeah.
Oh, the PH. Yeah, we can't talk about that. It's bad luck to even talk about it.
PH.
It's kind of like, the word fat, the way it became cool to say fat if there's a PH on it.
Like when you say Eddie Vedder is fat.
If you say FAT, that's kind of an insult, but if he's fat, that's really cool.
Eddie Vedder is fat.
We were afraid of being too, I think it's bad luck. So,
It's too pop.
it's too pop. It's just too mainstream.
Yeah,
we're
too
an
whipping.
underground band, so we went with the
See, the problem with fat, PH fat, is it gets too many pelvises moving, and we can't have any of that in our show.
No dancing
No,
allowed.
no.
I thought it'd be a great challenge, and I took it, ran with it, destroyed it, smashed it.
And he's been laughing at it ever since.
I loved it. From the moment I heard it, I knew where he was going and what he wanted to do. And I felt I could deliver what he needed. And I did it. And
I
here we
figured if I could be on stage and yell Slayer at Dave Lombardo all night, that's be my dream come true. Between songs,
Slayer!
Well, as long as you're not aiming too high, Trevor.
See, he sets realistic goals. I
That's
like that about
right.
Trevor.
Easy. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I get paid to do it too.
No, don't tell anybody that.
He just got paid $15.
$5.
I'm all about the money.
What about
All
you
about
too?
the Benjamins.
I never liked it from the very beginning. No, it was, yeah, it's good.
Basically, Fuzz just does it for the
Chicks. For the chicks. And boy, am I disappointed. So
Okay,
what I'm
you
gonna do
missed
is
a
I'm gonna
lot.
Expand my range.
I know. I had to go
To
hunt
include-
down
You'll
my
have to
cup.
go back
Guys' sexual
to
partners.
maybe the 1
I
minute
think I'll
mark
do
or
all
2
right
minute
in
mark.
those shows.
Yeah. This is gonna be the best tour to break
Right
out.
there.
Beating
I
to
wrote
this.
it.
Yeah, I know. I had to go find my cup and get my drink.
Wrote it like in my
Cause
basement.
I get hot-headed with stupid crap like this.
Laugh their asses off.
How did you?
They talk about the audience, and it shocked me.
I was gonna say, not the video, the yeah.
Background.
Guys, Mike didn't want
Don't
to
touch
treat
It kind of turned me on. Having that
As
thing
far
pointed at
as
me.
the touring goes, I heard you guys play the album.
Oh man, there was a guy that was doing a sound check, and he had a big on, and they're like, "Shut up, kid."
Yeah.
There's a couple of rare exceptions.
Yeah, I'd say the
Cover
same
songs
thing,
thrown in
honestly.
there, and that's the show.
How did it go over live in the audience?
incredibly.
Like a
A wet diaper.
into a mud puddle.
You have to understand, even at these underground shows, you still get a large percentage of tire iron wielding troglodytes.
And when I had a hard time understanding what he meant,
Very true. A lot of Neanderthals.
Unfortunately, we can't.
and I thought, that's depressing.
If we could,
There's
it
got
would
to
all
be guys that are
supermodel
better than
millionaires.
that.
Instead, we get.
I
metal
doubt
guys,
it.
you know? And the other thing that really weirds me out about this whole band is we never get single women at the shows.
Ever.
It's always girls in tow.
Yo,
Or girls
Sharon,
getting
that you?
steered.
Long time no
It's
see.
it weirds me out.
I'm thinking
That
maybe
is
another.
odd,
Nobody told
though.
me about this.
Girls on leashes.
It's very strange.
Unless you got new
Okay,
accounts. I know a
okay,
lot of
that's
people
scary.
get new accounts.
That's what it is. Women are simpletons.
Might be wrong.
Turned over a new leaf.
Don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
All right.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, I don't know,
Are you
like,
an audience who's never
why is it that the women are basically having to be coat hangers for the guys if they do
not
go
with
with them
their-
to these shows? Because,
Yeah, exactly.
Watch out. Approach with caution. If you do that, you probably will like it.
Yeah, they're
that kind of
weird.
ruins the
There,
bass.
for a
I mean,
troglodyte to grab onto.
because there are several women in the comment section below the video that are saying, I would promise my firstborn I would take
So
them.
there's enough in there.
But I
to
wouldn't go by
please
myself
even
because
the
of
most
safety.
discriminating
Because of, well, as they said, the troglodytes.
But if
So-
that troglodyte is coming to hear Slayer,
Fair point.
or the Melvins or Mr. Bungle,
I know, but that's
he's gonna
depressing.
leave a very unhappy.
I know this was
troglodyte.
99, but come on. There had to be something better than that.
Um,
And why would their women be like coat hangers, as in
that too.
PH?
begrudgingly going?
PH, yeah, we can't talk about that.
Usually, a
That's
lot of
talk
patent
about
fans are
PH.
women,
It's kind of like the
so
word
that's
fat,
shocking.
the way it became.
Or maybe
cool
it's
to say
because of
fat,
who they have to be
there's a PH on
around.
it.
Like when you say Eddie Vedder is fat.
Oh gosh, that word.
If you say FAT.
I remember that.
Fat.
What,
It's really
fat?
cool.
Yeah,
Eddie
the
Vedder
word,
is
the
fat.
PH.
We were afraid of
Yes.
it. It's just, I think it's bad
It's
luck.
awful.
So
It's too pop.
it's too pop. It's too mainstream.
Or do you
We're an
not
underground
care?
Band, so we went with the.
See, the problem with
What, the
fat,
word fat ain't that
fat,
bad a word?
Is it gets too many pelvises moving. And we
Oh
can't have
gosh,
that
no, we
anymore.
don't need that.
No dancing allowed.
I mean, you call it.
No.
I thought it'd be a great
I
challenge.
mean, there's a difference in calling someone fat and then really just
Ran
saying
Destroyed
the
it.
word fat
Smashed
really
it.
And he's been
general.
laughing at it ever since.
I loved it.
Just
the moment I heard
throwaway
it, I knew where
word
he was going.
something
and what he
out
wanted
for
to do.
now.
And I felt I could deliver what he needed.
I ain't smart with
And
I
he
figured
big,
if I, could
to be
stay on,
honest.
if I could be on stage
Good thing
and
I'm
yell
not.
Slayer Dave Bartle all night, that's be my dream come true. Between songs, you know.
Well, as long as you're not aiming too high, Trevor. it's fine.
He sets realistic goals. I like
Right.
that.
Easy. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I get paid to do it too.
No, don't tell anybody that.
He's got a $5 bill on his.
All about the money.
All about the Benjamins.
I never liked it from the very beginning. No, it was. Yeah, it's good.
Basically, Buzz just does it for the smash.
Chicks. Chicks. And
But he's
like-
married.
So what I'm going to do is
Okay,
I'm
maybe
gonna
they're just
expand
kidding.
my
They're probably
range
doing that.
to include fat metal guys as sexual partners. And I think I'll do all right at our shows.
Yeah. This would be the best tour to break out of the closet.
Exactly.
You just like go for the goatee.
Why not?
metal dude.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
Man.
Why not?
You'd
Maybe I'd love it.
Easy pickings on this tour.
What about Patreon?
Records, tours,
What do you
conquering the world.
Do you have any plans for another album in the future?
Yeah, vague plans. I want to record something if I can find the time sometime next year.
We're gonna
And
do
I
a
want
bunch
the
of
record to be totally different.
we're gonna do a bunch of Prince songs, try and get some chicks out of the shows.
Now
Prince.
there's an idea.
Oh, actually, we're gonna
That's the future. of
we're gonna
music.
redo the Love Sexy album.
Never heard that. Is it good?
What? That's a Prince album?
That short little guy, right?
I mean, I don't
I mean,
know.
it is
That's your little
Prince.
artist.
That
Well, I don't know much of Prince either, but
The
Yeah.
Cliff.
I
I could
don't.
assume.
Shrimpy.
I know his lost material though, at
You think
least.
he rides? You think Prince?
Yeah, he's
rides
got a
pretty
lot of
tall
that.
in the saddle. What do you think? Think he's sporting it? Big one? Think he pleases the ladies?
Okay, okay. This guy's.
down there.
I don't know. Any
Well, this
guy
is
that
weird.
was more makeup than his girlfriend, though. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's
I mean-
got King
Whatever
Buzz
you
over a
think, I guess.
reason.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Prince, though.
Well, is there
I mean,
told
he
you,
is
we
also
never
the
shut
man
up.
that got Chris Novoselic and Kurt
I don't know if
Cobain
there's
to
anything else
meet.
you want to add, brother guy?
Oh.
I'd like to say,
Yeah, he's
like to say
responsible for
to everyone
Nirvana
out there,
basically forming
eat some shit.
because of a Melvin's rehearsal.
Because a million flies can't be wrong. Yeah, exactly. That's my closing comment.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm Trevor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Buzz.
We're Phantomas, and we're all lepers.
So are you, because you're watching
Leper Vision.
What?
in Leopardsville, Missouri.
Something Missouri.
Yeah, look at the top comment. What is the one that said, okay, what we learned from this?
Oh, God, you were right.
See, I told you.
Whoa, King Buzzo, fact or fiction?
This is King
Oh!
Buzzo. You're watching Loudwire.
I don't think I watched this yet.
Hey everyone, Gruhamed here from Loudwire. It is Wikipedia.
I've heard he's libertarian, which
with
I don't mind.
King Buzzo. Buzz Osborne.
Thank you.
Awesome to have you here. I have a feeling.
Well, they believe in personal responsibility and.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Perfect.
That's like my
That and Greg Gutfeld is a fan of his work, so.
Lucan and Mike Dillard, who all attended.
Greg Gutfeld is on Fox. He's one of the few people that are decent on there.
Me? That's false.
Okay, fiction already. Didn't graduate?
No, I graduated, but I graduated in 1982.
82. Okay, I thought that was weird because that 83.
Those guys graduated in 83.
Okay, because that would have mean you graduated when you were 19.
Yes.
And that's a.
Well, it could happen.
It could happen.
I had trouble in 8th grade. That's what it is.
Yeah. Right.
I tried to blow the school up. You know.
Oh man, they let you back.
They did. I threatened them.
Yeah, very, very good. We're just adding more fiction to this.
Exactly.
Right now. All right. The band was named after a supervisor at a Thriftway, where you worked as a clerk. Melvin was despised by the other employees, and the band members felt it to be an appropriately ridiculous name.
Yes. That's
All
true.
right. Good. Perfect.
No, that's absolutely true.
Completely.
We wanted a name that didn't sound like anything, like sort of like the Ramones.
Yes.
It's a ripoff of the Ramones. Let's just say that. That's more fiction. That should be in there.
And
the band ripped off their name from the Ramones.
Rest in peace, Tommy.
Exactly.
Yes.
They're all dead now.
I know that's.
But the original lineup.
Marky's still around.
Oh, the original lineup is dead.
Drummer Dale Crover.
Yeah, Marky didn't come until way later.
Cover band.
That's true.
And I'm thinking CJ Ramone is still alive too. But the rest of them
also
are dead.
played Loverboy songs.
What? Iron Maiden Loverboy cover band?
I wanted to play high school dances and stuff. I never went through that. I never went through that phase. I never played in bands that anyone would care to go and dance to. And I saw him.
Yeah, I don't really want to dance if I go to a concert.
And I saw him play, and
no, you freaking mosh.
He's a really good drummer, And what we were looking for was a guy who could play heavy metal stuff as well.
So I've done and almost gotten beaten up in a few pits.
I saw a little one.
That's what I wanted.
On the ground floor that was near the stage at the Disturbed concert. It was interesting, and there were people that had their kids with them too.
Really hard time, with few exceptions.
That's very, very, very true.
I threw myself into the pit like several times on New Year's Eve.
Better. I love drumming. I mean,
One
it's
year.
one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things.
Got $2, walked back to the hotel, got a Coca-Cola, then went to sleep.
Cool. When Dave Grohl's first band, Scream, disbanded, he approached you for advice, and in response, you introduced him to Kurt Cobain and Chris.
Oh, yeah, you also introduced Dave to them.
Nirvana.
That's partially true.
Okay.
Okay,
Because I was friends with Dave from the band Scream. I liked Scream before he was ever in the band. I was a big fan, and as a matter of fact, I think that stuff is some of the best. Certainly, early DC hardcore stuff. I think that might be my favorite record that came out of Discord. From that era.
Wow.
Certainly,
That's a big statement too.
I think it's a great record.
Yeah.
I still listen to that record. I don't know what else would come close.
The Lysol album. When you requested
Lysol
brand name, you were denied, and then Boner Records officially retitled the record Melvins and covered the word Lysol with black tape on the front of the jackets and booklets, and with black ink on the spines.
Partially true.
All
We
right.
never asked for permission to use the Lysol name.
Never asked.
No.
Did they contact you?
Well, what happened was, honestly, at that point, I didn't think anybody would notice anything like that.
Sure.
I think that
No one from
certainly a
Lysol.
giant corporation would care. You know, and so what they did was, this is the weirdest thing. They found out somehow that we were going to use the name Lysol. Okay, so they sent this guy, he's like a private detective or something, who pretended that he worked for some kind of magazine, like a fanzine.
Wow,
to
that's a
come and do an
lot
interview
to
with Tom
go by.
and find out this information.
Going all your way to find out if your
Tom was
name's
like,
going to
okay,
be
and
used?
then they lowered the boom with all this giant stack of papers before the record is even out. You have to, so we never put it out with that on it. It hadn't come out yet. And then Tom was just like, well, why didn't you just tell me? You didn't have to sneak, you know? What the heck are you doing, you know? So they were like, oh, we caught you. It's like, well, honestly, we weren't really trying to get away with anything. And so that was when the records were already manufactured, that run of them. So as opposed to destroying them all, which we didn't really have them, you know, nobody was in a position to have that kind of thing happen. We just fixed them to where we could still sell them. That was it.
Gee, cleaning agent, secret agents.
Yes, that's it. And it's so stupid. He goes, all you have to do is call me and go, look, we found out you're going to do this. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Fine. We wouldn't have done it. It's that simple.
What a weird thing to put
Totally
so much energy
weird.
into.
Totally weird, you know.
It is.
Especially for a band nobody cared about, you know. Man, oh man, but you gotta admire them for protecting their copyright, I guess. But
Well, yeah.
oh well,
I guess
that was our mistake.
The Houdini. You did a bunch of sessions with Kurt Cobain as producer, but it got to the point where he was so out of control that you fired him and you guys went your separate ways.
True.
Okay, true.
100% true.
So we're talking about drugs here at this point?
Yes.
then?
Yes.
Drugs, okay.
Now it's been said that by higher ups, certainly in Atlantic, and people that knew Cobain, that they wouldn't have allowed that to happen. That's bullshit. You know, nobody there was telling me anything. You know, that's total bullshit. I did whatever I wanted. You know? Yeah. And if they want to pretend like they had some say in what we were or weren't going to do, that's just fiction. That's fiction. Total fiction. You know. So we fired him because he was too screwed up to finish working on the record. That is the truth.
Okay. I didn't know that they claimed that it was their idea.
Kurt Cobain
No, they said
for you.
that, well, no, he left. He couldn't do it anymore. They came up with all this bullshit.
There's
about how,
apparently
he
I
wanted
found
to
a
help us
movie
write songs.
inspired
What are
by
you talking
Kurt,
about? I'm a
and I
songwriting
want to see it so
machine,
bad.
You know?
What's it called?
And, like it's somehow our fault.
I
He
forgot
felt
the
pressured
name.
Because it's like, fuck you, whatever.
It was
You
on
wanna blame
Hulu,
me
but
because your
I gotta
guy's
find
doing
it.
dope. Okay, fine, I did it. You know, you're right. I was the one that was putting pressure on it, not the drugs. You know? Whatever. You know.
Gene Simmons.
Oh yeah, it's called Last Days.
Of course, played bass with Melvins at
Oh.
Lollapalooza in '93.
But it's a
and
film
94
inspired by
for full
him,
set.
pretty much.
Totally false.
Completely fiction, nothing at all. Never joined you on stage.
Yes, he did, but that was in '93, and it was not at Lollapalooza. We didn't do Lollapalooza until '96, and
Okay.
he played with us one song, "Going Blind," at the Palladium in Los Angeles when we opened for Primus. That was it.
But seeing as Gene Simmons did play with you, I
did.
thought it was interesting because you guys did the solo records. A
Yeah.
bit before that was kind of making fun of Kiss a little bit, but I suppose he
Yeah.
didn't mind.
No, not at all. They were like I said, they were very, very, very nice to us. You know, and you know, I mean, Gene's nothing if he's not a realist in exactly what his position in life is. No problem. When we did shows with those guys, I saw none of the rock star posturing that I saw on lots of other tours. None of it. You know, like clear the hallway, so some idiot can get to the stage. You know, don't make eye contact. It was just, you know, you see that, you would not believe how much of that kind of crap happens. Never happened with him. Never.
The Prick album.
Yes.
You've said that the album is total noise crap, that you did strictly for the weirdness factor, and the band wanted to call the album Kurt Cobain with a K, but it changed after Kurt passed away to eliminate the possibility of people mistaking it for a tribute record.
False.
Just fiction
There's a
again.
bit of truth in that, but none of that's true. You know, what that was we were laughing. We thought that would be funny.
In 1997, it says you appeared in the promotional video for The Offspring's video for All I Want as a masked pianist, or pianist, whatever you want to call it, and you also served as a producer on the Americana album.
I don't even know what the Americana album is. First off,
It's an album by The Offspring.
no, I've never.
Because you're looking at a diehard Offspring fan here, Buzz. So yeah, don't be singing it.
Okay, well, I think he might be intentionally polarizing to some people, so just the way he is.
Directed one of their videos.
I mean, the Offspring is still
I don't know
punk,
the
for
guys in
God's
Offspring at
sake.
all. I have no idea. No relationship with them at all. And he
I
called
mean,
me, he
minus
goes,
the
"Why
recent
don't you
stuff,
come
but yeah.
and wear like a stocking for some guy that would, stick up a liquor store or something."
I finally got
And
Conspiracy for Wonder on
channel
CD.
in the video that I'm directing. All right. So I never really even saw those guys.
I know.
I didn't talk to them. So it's sort of true.
Yes,
But I would
Dexter
David
and
Hughes,
Noodle
'cause
are
I don't
freaking
know if they even
awesome.
know who I am. I don't have a relationship with them at all. I have a relationship with David.
Okay.
That was it. That's how it happened.
I don't
I was
know.
like, sure, sounds great.
I don't know where Wikipedia's getting this shit.
Not for me.
Americana, jeez, no.
Producer of Americana. I'd like that. Yeah, I'll take half a point for that. Sure.
It's not a bad record, so.
I guess. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Last one for you. In early 2011, you were on tour in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Great, now I want to
at
listen to the
time
Offspring
of the
tonight.
Christchurch earthquake, and then later that year, you went to Tokyo at the time of the 2011 earthquake and tsunami.
True.
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 Okay, we got a fact.
We
Tell
were
me
in
what that was
Christchurch
like.
when that hit. The day we were just about to check our stuff at the airport. Huge earthquake. Then we went from there. It was a nightmare to get out of there. The club that we played was actually totally destroyed. The night before we played there.
It fell.
Gone. Yeah. Rubble.
Oh my god. Okay, you go all the way to New Zealand.
Rubble. And then we go to
Oh,
Australia
man.
after that, do a tour. So a couple
Yeah,
weeks
that's a
later, we go to
suck-ass
Japan.
booking I've ever heard of.
Oh.
A couple shows in Japan. And we're in Tokyo sound checking when that earthquake hit.
Nuts. That's insane.
It was horrific.
Oh,
That was 10 times worse, though. I mean, it was like, I think 20,000 people died or something.
that was a tragedy.
That's
Of course.
not good. And so I've lived in California, so I've been in major earthquakes in 3 different parts of the world. Wow. It's got to be a record. It's got to be some kind of exclusive club,
Yeah. The 3-continent earthquake.
Are you
A
freaking
1,000
kidding me? Read the
people died.
disc, damn you.
That's awful. It's got to be like a weird feeling, like the
It's not
whole
good.
world is crumbling around you.
You don't get over it.
No?
No, never.
No. Wow.
The last one was really bad because, we're in Tokyo and we're like, this is, you could just tell what was going on. Like, this is really bad. Lots
There
of
we
people
go.
are dead. Lots of people are dead, what are we
Player
gonna do?
wasn't reading the
What are these
disc,
people
so I
gonna do,
made it.
And you go to the airport, and it's like all people there. The airport was a zoo the next day trying to get out of there. And it's all people that don't know where their families are, don't know. It's horrific. The only thing I could describe it as is like what I would have imagined it was like escaping Vietnam at the end,
Yeah.
Weird. And, you don't just blow that off. Oh, well, whatever, I mean, it's like, Jesus, that was horrific. Really bad.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for playing our game.
What's up, Twin
Check
Girls?
out King Buzzo, the new record, This Machine Kills Artists. Check him out on his solo acoustic tour as well.
I also did not even know about freaking the Melvins until Buzz's cameo in Sunset Overdrive,
Wait, what?
the video game.
Okay.
Literally, there was a mission where you were trying to put a band together and he was the front man.
Oh.
So that was dope.
You look
Also,
like
no
the
joke,
character from The Simpsons. Oh my gosh, that comment.
But yeah, really underrated game on Xbox One, just saying. Oh, Dave Lombardo, yes.
This is Dave Lombardo, and you're watching Loudwire.
Literally the godfather of double of
Yeah,
double
obviously.
death
I
metal
listened
bands.
when I was listening to Phantomos, I was like, yep, that's Dave Lombardo.
What's up, everyone? Guru Hamid here from
Oh, forget
Loudwire
Phantomos with him.
Mr. Dave
Freaking
Lombardo.
Slayer.
Of course,
Oh, I know. It's not really my thing, but I appreciate just how much
through your
work,
Wikipedia page,
the footwork that goes into
Slayer,
that.
a bunch of stuff. See where
Oh, trust me, I've been trying to replicate it.
So, first off, you're born in Havana, Cuba.
It sucks on your legs.
February 16th, 1965. Yep. You have 2 older brothers and an older sister. And
Can you
your
do
father
that?
owned 3 flea markets in Havana.
What, the double
Yep.
bass?
True.
Cool.
What's
that scene?
I mean, somewhat, but not.
Somewhat. Okay. Well, there's some of that
crazy.
in Lost at Sea by In This Moment. So
I need,
prepare
I need,
yourself.
I need to find some good double bass stuff. Pull up.
Before I was born, they took my father's stores away when they found out they sent my 2 older brothers over to America. They were 10 and 13 or something, or 10 and 12.
Oh yeah, I think he was born in Cuba.
And then around that time, I was conceived, and here I am.
Yeah, and it was saying that, when you were 2 years old, your family moved to Southgate, California, and your brothers had arrived to the U.S. early, and that was via Operation Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's true.
Like the quarter.
Whoa.
Yeah, they wanted to
Exodus,
get
so to speak.
of children. Yeah, they tried to get the children out. They didn't want them to be soldiers because my brother, I think he was going to turn 13.
Oh.
I think at 13.
Dang, this got deep.
The Castro regime was.
You can be a soldier.
You could be a
could have been a
soldier
soldier
at
at 13.
13,
Wow.
15, whatever.
Trying to find
All right,
some
so
kind of crazy.
Get the hell out of
Fuck out of here.
there. It says that your musical interest was fueled immediately following
what?
your first musical performance at the age of 8, playing bongos to Santana's "Everybody's Everything."
Yeah,
that's
true.
it.
Yeah,
that
that's
was that was the time.
I loved music, and I always listened to my brother's records, and I got the guts one day to bring over a set of bongos and a Santana record to my 3rd grade class.
So you just performed for the
Yeah,
class,
yeah.
Nice.
Went in there. I was
Like
all
show and
shy.
tell?
Yeah, it was like show and tell. It was like the one day,
Cool. So they saw the first Dave Lombardo performance.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Just send me tape if you have it. It says that you asked your parents for drum lessons, and then your parents said yes. However, the lessons only lasted about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that I was able to learn more from listening to albums.
Cool.
And, buying my own records, my own 45s for 99 cents, than my parents sending me off to the school, And that's how I taught myself.
Yeah. Just found it a bit dull, maybe, or...
Yeah, a lot of repetition, and which I felt it was more exciting playing an actual song, a movement, instead of these beats that lead up to that, So what I've done is I've learned the songs and then gone back and learned the rudiments.
Cool. So an autodidact.
Yeah.
I think that's what you call it.
Yeah.
Your parents, noticing your withdrawal from everything except music, convinced you to quit a band you were in as a teenager and to focus on school and to find a job. And then your mom said that she was just kind of like, okay, you can do this, but you need to complete high school.
Yeah, that's the least thing. That's what she wanted.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you want music. And sure enough, as soon as I graduated from high school, Slayer had gone on tour.
Yep, perfect. So
I was in school and I was playing once a month at this club called the Woodstock, and I'd show up,
of course,
to class the next day, fucking, with black under my eyes, cause
just from like the pressure.
No, because Slayer would put eyeliner on.
Oh,
remember?
of course,
Right.
I
The
remember
first
that.
album.
Way back when.
Yeah, so I'd show up at school and
All right.
it was funny.
Cool. The beginning of Slayer happened when you just happened to drop by Kerry King's house one day just to meet him. You introduced yourself, mentioned you played drums and wanted to start a band.
Sort of, yeah. Well,
pretty much.
I think a few months before I drove by, I had heard from a local band called Sinister, I think is their name.
Okay.
I mean, this is back in 81, 82.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, yeah, some guy lives there and he has a bunch of guitars. His dad bought him like 6, 7 guitars. Mm-hmm. And one day I drove by and sure enough, there's this guy watering the lawn, kind of long hair. I said, hey man, you play guitar? I said, I play drums, man. Let's get together. And that was it. And then he went over my house where my drum set was. He brought his amp and we played several times, and then he brought over Jeff.
Yes,
right. And then they came over to the house, and we played in the garage for a while, in my garage, and then he said he knew of a singer in a band, and he also played bass.
Yep, and that would be Tom, of
And that would be
course.
Tom. So then we went over there.
Yeah. Do you remember like one of the first songs that you jammed with Carrie?
He had a list, pretty extensive list of songs that he knew. He played in a cover band with Tom.
Yeah, a lot of Iron Maiden stuff.
That was later.
That was later.
It was
Okay.
later. We played "On Fire" by Van Halen.
Cool.
I think we played some Judas Priest songs.
Oh yeah.
"Breaking the Law," "Living After Midnight." The early stuff. I forget. Don't remember too many of them. But put my mind to it, I probably could, but right now they're not coming to me.
It says that you're the one who drew the iconic Slayer logo for the first time.
Yeah, we were drawing our own flyers, at that time.
Oh, yeah,
we
of
were
course.
printing and, putting in high school lockers.
Mm-hmm.
We would go onto campus and put all the flyers in there. And I remember, we had just decided that the name of the band was going to be Slayer instead of Wings of Fire. Those were the two choices.
Wings of Fire.
Wings
okay.
of Fire and Slayer.
Damn, I don't think I heard Wings of Fire.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
What's up, Aiden? Digs Back Bands.
We chose Slayer, and then I remember we were in the living room, and Tom's parents had his blue carpet, and we were trying to figure out what the logo was going to look like. And I said, well, what is a murderer, a guy that kills? What does he do? When he so then what I did is I carved it. Obviously, I'm left-handed, so all the angles, it's all left-handed.
Oh.
He's left-handed and playing freaking
Cool.
right-handed drums.
Yeah,
What
that's weird
the?
to think of. Yeah, it is all kind of to the left.
But
Yeah.
damn.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be normal for a right-handed too, but it'd be difficult.
You
Wouldn't
didn't carve it in the carpet, did you?
it? No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's a pencil.
All right. Show No Mercy. On recording the drums, Metal Blade Records founder Brian Slagle wanted you to play without using cymbals.
True.
That's true?
Yeah, dude, that sucks so bad. And he still hears about it to this day.
Uh,
Not Brian, but Bill Montoya, the engineer.
Okay. What was
It's
the
all good.
reasoning behind that?
The cymbals were very loud. I was using Paiste Rude cymbals.
Mhm.
They cut really well on stage. For recording, they're good, but they're very bright.
Okay.
So he couldn't get it dialed in. He couldn't get any separation between the cymbals and the toms. There was a lot of bleed. So he asked me to dampen the cymbals, or muffle the cymbals, and I had to play like that. And then later I had to listen back and try to match the bass drum hits to the cymbals, and it was difficult because I play different every time. I keep the same structure, but I do a lot of improvisation, and I don't keep everything the same.
So you did try it out for a little bit, and it just kind of...
Yeah, it's there. We recorded it, but it wasn't on point. And you could hear it. I mean, if you really listen to it with headphones, you could hear that I'm a little late in certain parts, and that's because I was overdubbing the cymbals.
All right. Chemical Warfare. You set your drum kit on concrete. The kit was like going all over the place while you were playing, and you had Gene Hoglan hold your kit together while you were playing.
That's true.
That's true too. All right.
Yeah, Gene, he was a roadie for a very short period of time, and he was in the studio hanging out, watching us record, and the bass drum was moving, and it's like, okay, I'll hold it. Yeah, he sat there. It's cool.
God, what a great image.
Yeah.
It's funny because we did one of these with Carrie, and he didn't quite remember the details of this, so I figured I'd ask you. When Gene, as you said, worked as a roadie for a little bit, it was after a lighting guy didn't show up one night, and he performed your sound checks. But then it says that he was fired as he thought Hoglan. Gene was fired as he thought a roadie only did lighting.
I don't recognize that story.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty much what Carrie says. Like, that doesn't sound right to me.
That doesn't, no.
No, but just was a roadie for a bit.
Yeah, he was
did
just a roadie
check
for-
your drums?
He might have carried him in, yeah. He might have helped him. Yeah, I
Carried
don't
him.
remember him really. I think he was just hanging out with us for a while. Not sure.
All right.
But he
That's
was there.
He was around.
there, yeah.
Okay. Just a buddy, I guess,
Yeah.
at that point in your career, yeah. You parted ways with Slayer in '92. Your decision was due to your desire to witness the birth of your first child.
Yes.
You gave band members like the full 9 months of notice, but the band's manager kept booking shows into when?
Into that period, yes.
Okay, so is that what?
Yeah, I asked him if they could, give me a little time,
right,
and focus on the situation that was happening, and but they decided to replace me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was back then.
But yes.
Yeah.
Rain and Blood. It said that it was you who initiated contact with Rick Rubin to produce the record.
Yes, I heard through the grapevine that a major label was looking for the band, and I think I approached Carrie and Tom and I asked them, hey, what should we do? Should we call this guy or what? And they said, no, we're in a deal with Metal Blade. I don't think we can go. We can step out of the deal. They said things were cool at that time. We don't need to move. I don't know. I felt it was important to at least question, the offer, try to see what it was. And so I contacted Columbia Records, and they said that Rick Rubin, wasn't there. They gave me another address. It was an address or another phone number. And it was to the address right here on Elizabeth Street where Def Jam,
of course,
started. I think it was like a dead end street. I forget. But I think I spoke to a gentleman there called Scott Koenig, and then Rick Rubin. We spoke for a second. He went to my mom's house, picked me up. He was there with Glenn Friedman. Glenn E. Friedman, photographer, Skateboard Magazine.
Yeah, sounds very familiar.
No, Thrasher.
Oh, Thrasher. Okay.
It's a punk magazine. I think like Thrasher or something.
Yeah.
And he used to shoot a lot of punk bands and also skateboarders. And they showed up at my house because I was still living at home. And then from there we went to the studio and there it happened.
Yeah, Rick, I don't think he'd done any metal before that,
No,
had he?
No, he didn't. He was in the middle. He had signed Beastie Boys. He was working with Run DMC. And there's a picture online. You can search it out. And it's a picture of Run DMC, Slayer, and the Beastie Boys all in the same studio.
Oh.
We were mixing Rain and Blood. And Rubin had Run DMC in one studio, Studio A, Beastie Boys, Studio B, and Slayer in Studio C. All mixing. This machine. That's amazing.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys, was there any like hanging out between the studios much, or did you kind of keep to yourself?
Yeah, the Beastie Boys, they came over and to our studio and had a listen, and then we went over to the Beastie Boys where they were, and they had a drum kit, and I was sitting behind the kit, and they were playing some beats. It was cool.
That's
a good time.
Last one for you. It says that you're currently scoring a Disney pilot.
We did. Filmed it.
You've done it already.
Yes.
So Disney, is this like a TV show for the Disney Channel or something?
It was this Canadian illustrators. I forget what they're called. Animators. Created this cartoon. It's called The Dudes of Legend County, and they ran it by Disney, and Disney contacted me. I'm friends with one of the guys that works in animation.
Okay.
Well, he used to work at Disney. Now he's working at Sony. He said, Dave, would you like to do it? I said, I'd love to. It was great fun. I loved it. It's really cool. I don't think it got picked up.
Okay.
But it was a challenge. It was a lot of fun, creating these short little snippets of music.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sitting down
No worries.
with me, man.
That's
totally
a lot,
appreciate
man.
it.
All right, here we go, because it's Samus. I want to see what this dude is. I'm
What's up,
teased
Jones?
yet.
Today we're reacting to Eugene Ryabchenko, the drummer for Flesh God Apocalypse.
Wait a minute,
Let's get started.
TMZ.
Starting right off with the triplet blast. I think I remember this song. It was on their second or third album, right? Oh, sick fill.
What in the hell are these
And if I remember
blasts?
correctly, I think this song is about to get a lot faster. Oh, I guess not yet. We need the hammer blast first, right?
What's that?
So clean. It
Blast
almost sounds
beats.
fake. It's so clean. It's
That's
not.
what
fake,
he's doing right now. What in the frick is that blast?
What speed is that?
What blast is that?
That's got to be like 280, dude. Are you serious? Oh my god, his face! He knows that was tough. He says, wow. Wow. Dude, this is so fast.
Hell no.
Single strokes? At 280?
I hope he works his
sorry, I need
legs
to see
out
that
a
again,
lot
please,
so
yeah.
he can be able to do that.
Trust me, these kind of drummers, they pretty much do.
Since this video is probably going to get copyright claimed, I need a little help from a sponsor so I can still eat some food this week. And this video is brought to you by one of my favorite games, Raid Shadow Legends. In case you haven't
Oh my
heard, Raid
gosh,
is a dark
what is it
fantasy-
with this?
This is fucking insane.
Raid Shadow sucky. Get the
I didn't think it
frick
was
off my
any.
screen.
I didn't think it was possible for anyone to be able to play this song. Eugene, what do you eat? I can't tell if it's a push-pull or not because you can see his whole, like, even his elbow is moving back and forth. It's definitely some kind of variation of the molar technique, I think. Fuck yeah, dude. He is very excited. Very excited to play Drunk for Flesh God Apocalypse. Oh my god. I feel like if I even tried to go that fast, I would hurt myself. I would just rip my TFCC even more. You gotta practice that fast all the time, I guess. I don't know, man. Eugene, tell us your secrets.
I'm gonna wind up pulling something if I do that crap.
He gets a break now. He's finally doing a little punk beat.